Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to the Kwings Let's Play channel, and today we're playing Spider-Man on the N64.
Woohoo!
I know, an N64 game. Make sure you guys mash that like button, and it'd be awesome to see this Spidey video get 1,000 likes in honor of the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Yay!
And we're going to be playing this game, showing you guys tons of costumes. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, the Kwings play 64 games now?
Now we do.
Technology is the light that will cut through the darkness. When humanity conforms to a single truth, a truth based in technological progress and scientific method, we will be unstoppable. I, Dr. Otto Octavius, vow as a scientist and businessman that my duties to humankind will be fulfilled. Thank you.
He has no lips movement.
I know, he's a ventriloquist.
Nice words, Octavius. If these executives knew
Tom
you the
Cruise,
way
is
I
that
do,
you?
they'd be so quick to applaud.
Just keep shooting, Eddie. When J. Jonah Jameson sees these photos, my career is gonna be right back on track.
Spider-Man looks buff.
Just backstage, all is...
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Who dares? Face me, coward! Face a worthy foe. Spider-Man?
Last time I checked
Yeah,
out
I know.
Spider-Man? What's he doing?
Gotta get into my costume and take out this imposter. I can't get free of this crowd.
Can't get a shot. Jameson would pay any price to get this kind of dirt on Spider-Man. Who?
That was Eddie Brock.
Who the? He looked familiar, but... whatever, stay focused. He's stealing Octavius's device. Oh no, he sees me.
Well, I mean, you are shooting
My camera!
photos at him.
I know, right?
Oh.
Ah, it's over. It's all over. I blew it again. Oh, I can hear Jameson's voice already.
Brock, you loser! If I had given a real photographer that job, I would finally have the evidence to send Spider-Man away forever! You're through, Brock! When I am done with you, you won't be able to get a job taking wedding pictures in Siberia!
I tried to fight it.
Worst Jameson ever.
Oh my gosh.
Can't fight it anymore!
Here's Venom.
This is his angry version of himself.
Again, innocence falls prey to the evil of Spider-Man. Rest easy, Brock. Venom is here. And if it's the last thing we ever do, Jameson and the insect are gonna pay.
Phase 1 completed. Let us begin Phase 2.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, this doesn't look good.
Now you know where the green fog came from.
You're right.
But this is also the developer's way of saying, we don't need to actually animate the ground.
They're like, let's just make a quick story to explain why we have green fog.
All right, the bank heist. Spider-Man, Wall Street crashes. Literally.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers.
Hey, Stan.
alike. Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee here. Once again, we find our hero Peter Parker, better known around the world as the Amazing Spider-Man, in a heap of trouble. But this is just the beginning, Spidey fans. So get ready for a true superhero action thriller, packed to the brim with thrills and chills, twists and turns, more supervillains than you can shake a web at, and of course, non-stop web-slinging, wall-crawling action.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Spider.
Hey, Black Cat, what's going on?
I know there's been some trouble, but the bank's being robbed, and they've got hostages. Use your Spidey compass to get to the bank quickly.
My
Thanks, Cat.
Spidey compass. Okay, so when we do the question marks, Cat will come back.
Hey, Spider-Man, come over here.
Okay.
When a building is close enough, you can swing to it by pressing the R button.
That's it? Okay. So you people are seeing what
Okay.
video games look like 18 years ago in the year 2000.
Whoa.
I know.
Yeah, some of you were not even born.
Spidey! That's a web cartridge. You can carry up to 10 of them.
Okay. And I believe this is based after the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s.
It's tingling. Something's going on here.
Although they have a different voice of Spider-Man in this game.
Hold it, Spider. He doesn't look friendly. You can kick, punch, or use your web attacks to get past this guy.
All right, let's do this. We can kick, punch, and use web attacks. Webbing. Good times. So,
Wow.
the voice of Spider-Man in this series, this is the Spider-Man 1 and 2 game, although the second game did not come out on the N64 because the N64 was, of course, over. And they couldn't make a version for the GameCube or the Dreamcast because Dreamcast was dead and gone. Dreamcast actually got a version of this in the year 2001, and it's the superior version of the game. A lot of people say that the N64 version of Spider-Man is better than the PlayStation one. It is in a sense, but that just has to do with the visuals and the way the character models look. The PlayStation had full motion video, or the cutscenes, which actually we're going to be using the PlayStation cutscenes for this playthrough instead of the comic book story that they had to do for the N64 because they could not use full motion video. The N64 was a cartridge-based system. While it was able to, you know, have high detailed 3D graphics, it didn't have enough space or memory to do full motion video, which is why Final Fantasy VII could not be on the N64.
Eagle 1 to tower, 1033 in progress. En route to bank.
Roger, Eagle 1. Keep your eye out for Spider-Man.
There he is.
Police are always after him.
If a Halloween boy shows up, he's one dead bug.
And he gets squashed.
New York City Police Department. Cease and desist at once. Take down your arms and prepare.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh my gosh. They might be okay.
Probably not now.
These guys are serious.
These guys are serious. They have rockets.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe they shot down those police choppers.
They're bad guys.
Just my luck. I'll probably get blamed for that too. Is that the bank ahead?
Yes, but be careful, Spider. I saw the chopper dropping off armed robbers on top of the bank.
Thanks for the heads up, Cat.
She's like posing every
If I
time
jump
she
forward
walks.
and then swing, I'll be able to reach the next building.
Really, Spidey? Jump forward and swing? There we go.
So Cat sounds like a femme fatale or whatever.
When I'm hurt, these will help restore my health.
Yeah, so this is basically the tutorial for the game. It's kind of fun, though.
To the bank through the top of this building.
Yeah, that's right.
I was right. It's the Jade Syndicate.
They don't look like Jade Syndicate, though. They look like the weirdest thugs that you've ever seen in a game.
Yeah.
We've seen what the Jade Syndicate looks like in other Spider-Man games. They look like an Asian gang.
Oh, okay.
But before I forget, before they cut me off again, the voice of the 2004 Batman main character is playing Spider-Man in the Spider-Man 1 and 2 game for PlayStation.
Oh.
This was his first superhero role. Daniel Barnes did not reprise his role from the Spider-Man animated series to be Spidey in the PlayStation or Sony games.
Yeah.
They got a newcomer who would later be Batman.
Hope these hostages are still all right.
If you really listen closely to his voice, it sounds like 2004 The Batman. So a little trivia for you guys.
Oh, cool. I did
So
not
he's
know
played both Spidey and Batman. He wasn't bad as Batman. He sounded too much like Spider-Man as Batman, though, when I heard him in that 2004 show.
So does playing N64 give you such nostalgia look?
It does. It really, truly does.
It makes me feel comforted, like a warm hug.
Well, I hope they don't mind if I make a quick deposit.
Because we're inside of a bank. I see what you did there. Whoops. Okay, I'm a little rusty at the controls here because, ow, N64 is so long ago.
I know.
There we go.
Well, most people don't realize, like, younger audiences, that N64, this was the next revolution in gaming for us. Before that was the, SNES.
Oh, yeah.
There was no 3D gaming. This was like the first.
Was 3D. This was, yeah, the reason why it was so crazy from like the early 90s to 1996 where you had the jump to 64 graphics, like the NES you went from, the 8-bit and then the Super Nintendo was 16 and 32.
I do have hostages. I have to make sure they don't get hurt.
And the next system for Nintendo was called the N64. And when you saw Mario 64 and everything in like this 3D environment, and then all these other games like Spider-Man and, you know, all this stuff.
Unbelievable.
It was just like, what?
When we played it, our jaws were like dropping, like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable.
That room there controls the security door.
Find a way into the room.
The door is locked from the inside. There's gotta be another way in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to crawl in. And of course the little question marks again teach you how to play. So L and R and Z to go into targeting swing mode. So you can see when we do this, we're gonna end up hitting the ceiling. If I do this right.
Yeah, I was so used to side-scrolling games that when the N64 came out, I tried to play the game that my brothers had with Mario 64. I could not figure out where I was in a 3D space. Like, I would keep falling off the little things I was supposed to be on because it was so foreign to me. I'd never done anything like that before.
Web zip! Yeah, totally. Oh my goodness. So this Spider-Man game isn't all that long. I'm probably gonna do our best to stretch this
can open the security doors
into at least 10 episodes, but the entire game can be beaten in about 3 hours or less.
Well, I'm excited that we're actually able to do a 64 game and 64 because it's like then we have the possibility of doing some more games that are in 64.
Oh, I don't see us not. I mean, you know, so. Okay, so now what we need to do is throw these switches, which you can use your web powers, or you can just like go up and press it. It doesn't really matter.
I don't know why, but you should do like GoldenEye streams on your Nightwing 01 channel.
What is wrong with GoldenEye for the Let's Play channel?
Oh, really? It's okay for this channel? I don't know.
It looks so dated.
Oh, really?
You could probably get away with playing Turok on this channel, but I don't have Turok.
Oh, yeah, because back then it was considered bad. But if you look at it today, it's like, oh, this isn't actually...
They should call this Spider-Man Roblox because everybody's like square. I mean, this is early 18 years ago, like 3D gaming, and a lot of it involved like blocky characters. Their hands aren't even like full digits, they're just like cubes, you know? That's so weird. Oh, well. But hopefully this will come out okay. On our TV it looks alright. We're actually using an S-video cable. We're not using your traditional AV cables because the Super Nintendo and the N64 and the GameCube could still do S-video using the original Super Nintendo S-video out thing.
My compass can show me the way to the next floor. Gotta get there quick.
But when we tried to record this earlier today, we were using an AV cable and it just looked terrible.
Well, with limited graphics, I think Spider-Man actually looks pretty good. His suit and everything, they did a pretty good job.
Oh, this is like the father of Spider-Man gaming right here. Because if you really think about all the Spider-Man games that came after with Tobey Maguire on the GameCube and the PS2 and the Xbox, they incorporate a lot of the mechanics that you're seeing here. Even the Amazing Spider-Man games used a lot of this. Like, of course they improved the combat and other stuff later, but...
Well, going down?
Going down. And remember, whenever you get lost, to follow your Spidey compass.
Oh, cool.
Spider sense. Not gonna say anything there? Oh, okay.
It's cool that you can actually see how you're walking on the ceiling.
Kind of, but the wall crawling aspect, like you're seeing right here, it's not all that great.
Oh, you're looking actually literally upside down.
Right, I'm trying to do like a stealth move, kind of, where you can like zip people up or throw them up against walls. That's pretty much all there is for web takedowns in 18 years ago. They added other abilities in later Spider-Man games, but this one, as far as I know, you can punch and throw people with webs.
Yeah.
You can grab somebody with a web and throw them into a nearby wall, knocking them out. So like that, which will free the hostages.
I won't forget this.
You better not,
Thank you.
Because remember, everybody gets one. You get one.
I thought Spider-Man helps out everybody in need.
No, Amber. Everybody gets one. One.
Okay. I'll remember that if he ever rescues me. What
I
about...
won't forget this.
Wait.
Thank you.
That's not true. Everyone gets one except for Mary Jane. She gets like 1,000,000 rescues.
Until she dumps him. Oh, another thing I love about this game is it takes place during the 90s Spider-Man lore, so Peter and MJ are married.
I have a question though. If she dumps Spider-Man and then she ends up in trouble, does he still rescue her?
Depends.
Mind if I drop in?
Oh, I see what you did there. That was good. So, unfortunately, even though the N64 one has the superior graphics for this game, there's some other limitations that
What's going on?
a lot of people seem to forget. They cut out a lot of the sound files for, like, the witty banter for Spider-Man and company. So, yeah, I mean, the game plays much better here. Also, you can pick up stuff with your punch button. I'm remembering things
I'm gonna ask a really noobish question. N64 Spider-Man, this came out on the N64 and the PS1?
You could call it PS1 or you could call it PlayStation Classic, whatever.
PlayStation Classic. And did it look like this on the PlayStation Classic?
No.
It looked better or worse?
Blurry mess.
And a bomb. Have to be really careful here.
But it had cutscenes.
Yes.
Okay, so...
The PlayStation had more memory, but it didn't have more graphic memory.
So...
Big save.
Big save.
The PlayStation version had better cutscenes, or actual cutscenes, and the N64 didn't.
Start the timer on the bomb.
But the N64 gameplay looked better.
Yes.
Okay.
Because N64 was the first really full-fledged 3D system that the entire system was 3D. Like, the other systems, PlayStation 2, or PlayStation, and,
The robbers have been taken care of, but what can I do about the bomb? Think.
Sega...
Pressing punch will also allow me to
Saturn?
pick up objects.
It's a 3D system? Which I'm surprised this wasn't on the Saturn.
In a safe place.
Okay, we get it. Yes, puns. Bomb in the safe place.
Safe.
But yeah, the N64, I would say it is the first true 3D system. So there were no 2D games, while the PlayStation had both 2D games, 3D games, and 32-bit games. So it was not a full-blown 3D system until the PS2.
This was all 3D.
This was all 3D. So while it had better graphics and hardware for 3D graphics, it did not have enough memory for things like cutscenes and things like that, and everything was on cartridges.
Yeah, Nintendo always does their own thing, so...
Not this time, guys.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, because the GameCube came out a year later, there was no Spider-Man 2. That went right to the PlayStation. And it was one of the last PlayStation games, if I remember correctly. Spidey overwrite. Yes. Hello?
Jonah, I have shot to the bank robber.
Parker, shut up and dial 911. Scorpion's here, and you have
They could have gotten a better JJ.
I know.
To the rescue, Spider-Man, Sting of the Scorpion, Episode 2.
It's a cool comic.
Scorpions headed out for old J. Jonah Jameson from day one, blaming Jameson for being stuck in his scorpion suit. Spidey had better get there quickly, or JJJ may end up in the obituaries of his own paper.
That's kind of fitting. What are you gonna do, Webhead?
The next building is pretty far away. If I jump forward and then swing, bet I can reach it.
Okay, so let's try that, Mr. Narrator. Yay! That worked out. And if you guys have an N64 game you'd like us to play, let us know in the comment section below. We have a good number of them, and also there is a local game store where we could potentially pick up something, but they don't have everything. They have a lot of repeat stuff at their store, which I noticed. They had like 30 copies of Wayne Gretzky hockey for the N64.
Wow.
But we did pick up Batman Beyond today and Wave Race.
I was thinking we could play Mario 64. No.
It's not one of my faves. Just being honest.
I have my favorite that I really want to play.
I know, Banjo-Kazooie.
Get away, Gargan!
Well, actually, I can't think of, because my brothers didn't have a lot of N64 games. My brother had to earn, like, enough money to buy the system himself. So, I think he could only afford, like, a couple games for it after that.
Yep.
Hey, keep your eyes open. The sooner we take out Spider-Man, the sooner the boss pays us.
Oh, those thugs look really interesting, don't they? Square-jawed guys.
Did Mario 64 come with this system? I forgot. Maybe with some people's system.
I don't remember if N64 had a pack-in game or not. I don't believe so. But Mario 64 was 1996, and Star Fox was either... no, Star Fox was 97.
Oh, yes, Star Fox 64, I forgot.
And Ocarina of Time was 98.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ocarina of Time. Maybe, yeah, I forgot. Maybe my brothers did have a couple games out there.
But if I'm going to play Ocarina of Time, I want to play the 3DS version because it's better.
Oh.
Gotta get to the Bugle quickly.
We are trying to get to the Bugle quickly, but I'm also trying to get used to the combat, and I'm still used to playing other games besides the N64. It's been a long time since I played the N64. Very long time.
Listen, Gargan, it's a new millennium. Lots of high-tech. There may be some way we can get you out of that suit.
You put me in this suit. Now I'm going to make you pay.
I think he needs a lodging.
Get over it, Gargan.
That's a suit? I thought they, like...
You ruined my life, so now
He's stuck inside the suit.
Really?
Yeah.
How does he take a shower then?
Leave him alone, Chuckles.
Butt out, webhead.
Spider-Man? I asked for the police, and I get this?
Oh my gosh, he's complaining and you're literally saving his life.
Roblox Jameson! Alright, so this guy's relatively easy to beat up. So, all you have to do is hit him with your web, go in for, 2 to 3 hits, and if you want to throw furniture at him, you can.
Why does everyone call Spider-Man Webhead?
There's lots of names for Spider-Man, I don't remember them all though. But a lot of people are surprised that I play Spider-Man games on this channel. The Let's Play channel is predominantly Marvel fans. The 01 channel is where the DC fans are. A majority of them.
Yeah.
So us playing Marvel games over on that channel has never really worked.
Yeah.
Good.
Where are you?
Obviously hiding there, Gargan. Oh my gosh.
I do think we have a fair number of viewers that like Marvel and DC, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the people who are hardcore DC are over there, and people who like Spider-Man and the Marvel characters are mainly over here.
Where are you hiding?
Oh yeah, you actually have to beat him before he finds Jameson. See how Jameson has a life bar?
Oh, yeah.
So, best way to do that is throwing furniture at him.
Yeah, one thing I love about the N64 though,
table
is the controller. Like, I would always hold the middle bar and the side because my hands are so small, and it was really easy for me to hold.
Yeah, this game, you can use the joystick or the control pad to move Spider-Man. I'm actually using the joystick. And you use the C buttons to attack. How did that taste? It was a couch, Spidey. Nighty-night, sweet prince. Bye-bye. Save progress. Sure, why not? And we actually had to get a new N64 memory card because our other one stopped working.
Yep.
It was $9.
I don't know what you're trying to pull by saving my life, but it won't work.
Oh, you're just too clever for me, JJ.
There he is, officers! The man behind the Science Expo heist! Shoot him now! Shoot him!
JJ, you are out of the wheel! I mean it this time!
Didn't he just save him?
You would think.
Daredevil. I don't want to believe that you pulled off the heist today, but I've got to make sure.
Daredevil! I haven't got time to explain.
Just tell me your side of it. I'll know if you're lying.
How am I supposed to know you're the real Daredevil?
What?
Listen, it's true. A Spider-Man made off with Octavius' new invention, but not the Spider-Man, not me. Somebody's framed me. Why? I don't know yet. And if New York's finest catch me, it may be too late.
Well, then you'd better get going. NYPD is coming fast.
That's it? You believe me?
I don't have to believe you. I know you aren't lying.
But how?
Let's just say you've got your superpowers, and I've got mine. I'll spread the word about your innocence. Not that it'll help with the cops.
Wait,
Good
because
luck.
of his blind?
Since when have I had any
blind powers?
Because of his blind powers? Alright, webheads. That is actually going to do it for today. We did 2 episodes in one thing. We got the bank heist and the scorpion. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Again, it would be awesome to see this video get 500 to 1,000 likes. I know there's a lot of Spider-Man fans, And that way you guys can hype up Spider-Man on PS4 that we will be covering on this channel. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!